All right. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. Maybe it's good evening if you're catching me on the replay. My name is CJ Curry. This is the CJ Curry Show. It's presented by PrizePicks. PrizePicks, making your daily fantasy sports experience easy. Let you select anywhere from 2, 3, 4, 5, or even up to 6 of your favorite superstars from your favorite sports. You decide whether or not you want to go for more or less, and you can win up to 25 times your money. Hey, Code Curry still getting you that 100% instant deposit match on your first deposit all the way up to $100. So if you're not playing on PrizePicks yet, I know many of you are, but some of you might not be. Make your first deposit. Use that link down in the description of today's video and get started playing on PrizePicks. All right? Who we got in the building, man? We got 178 people already in here, hungry, ready to go, anticipating this wonderful Flex Friday live stream by yours truly. I see a lot of new faces in the chat. Let me run through and say what's up to some of these folks real quick. We got Perez Gaming. He's flexing. Yo, you flex, I got to flex back. That's just the rules around here. FJB's in the building. D'Angelo says, first live stream in a bit. Yeah, we had what? Black Friday last week, holidays and stuff like that. But I plan on going live at least every Friday. I'm doing more pre-recorded videos these days, and I've seen tremendous growth as a result. I mean, as you can see here, guys, I mean, we're up there almost to 14,000 subscribers. If you're watching for the first time and you haven't subscribed yet, get subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. Matter of fact, not only hit the subscribe button, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Let's go for over 100 likes on this live stream. Ring the bell, meaning turn those notifications on. I want you guys to be notified anytime I go live, anytime I drop a new video. You guys need to know about it. And sometimes YouTube just doesn't do the best job of letting you know. So you got to have those notifications turned on all. If it's not on all, you may not receive all my notifications when I post a new piece of content. I'm just saying, y'all. 192 people. Thank you so much. Hey, if you know somebody who's playing on PrizePicks or who likes player props, share the channel with them. Share the live stream with them. Let's grow this thing. I mean, we're on our crazy trajectory right now, on our way to 14,000 subscribers. I would like to get there, before the end of the month. I mean, that would be huge. Before the end of December. You think we could get to 14,000 by January 1st? You think we could make it happen? Let's do it. Yeah, it's been a minute. I see you, Baked Dubs. It's been a minute. We're going to do some live streams, though, every Friday, though, typically at 12 p.m. Eastern time. I was running a little behind today, so I had to bump it back to 1 p.m. But we got Smooth Lanes in the building. Shout out to you. He says, I won him some money yesterday. I'm following. Yeah, I don't want to, toot my own horn or anything like that. But the research was solid. The picks were solid in yesterday's video. We ended up going 3 for 3. We hit on what? Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, and the under on Spencer Dinwiddie's assist. That was sweaty. It was sweaty. I ain't going to lie. I was sweating a little bit. But he came through, right? He came through for us. That took the under on 8.5 assists. So appreciate everybody who tailed those picks. 3 for 3. That's a clean sweep. I think that's our second sweep in the last week or so. So we're on a 11-2 run or something like that. So appreciate everybody joining me live here today. Everyday Fantasy, shout out to you. We got Delvin in the building. That's our guy Shindog in Discord. Appreciate you being here. Who else we got here? We got Roy. Shout out to Roy. Wesley. Flex to Wesley. He's been here since day one. I was just talking to him about that last night. I went back and looked at my very first video I posted on YouTube, which was almost 3 years ago. And he was one of the first OG commenters in that video. So we go back. We go back like granddaddy's hairline, all right? Me and Wesley. My guy Dub. Jay Castillo, 3 days in a row, cooking some bread up in here. Shout out to you, Jay. Who else we got in here? Tony. See Tony here. Josh. Shout out to you. Trill Fate says flex. Yeah, it's Flex Friday, meaning we get a protected play to win up to $500 on PrizePicks. So we got to take advantage of that. Zamil says, do you talk about college football bets ever? To be honest with you, man, I've never been a college sports fan. I've always gravitated toward professional sports. NBA, NFL, NHL a little bit, MMA. I like UFC, but no, I don't really get into college football all that much. Although I'll bet on anything that I feel like I have an edge or advantage on. I'm not afraid to bet on some college sports. So we'll see. Suave's in the building, says Bay Area in the building. Let's get this money. All right, Suave, I see you, brother. I see you. Bay Area. You talking about Tampa Bay area, or are you talking about like the Bay out west? What's that, Oakland? Which Bay are you representing? Are you talking about Green Bay? Maybe you're up in Wisconsin or something. I don't know. There's a lot of bays. Which Bay area are you representing? I'm representing Tampa Bay. 813 in this month. That's right. Tampa Bay. That's where I'm at. Been here my whole life. Tampa born, Tampa bred, Tampa raised, baby. Who else we got here? Snoopaloop, shout out to you. We got Jacob in the building. Jacob says, Chef is in the kitchen. Yeah, we're going to be cooking up some picks here momentarily. 243 people watching. Salute, y'all. Salute. I appreciate everybody joining me. Who else we got in here? Filthy. Probably faded. I see you. Gene C. Perez. Hey, yo, Magic in the building. Absolutely. Magic in the building. We're looking to get another dub tonight. Shout out to my Orlando Magic. Bands is here. You flex at me, Bands. I'm flexing back, brother. I don't back down. Last in limbo. You're going to throw the double flex? I'll throw the double flex back at you. Ben Lou, you want to flex, bro? Let's go. We'll have a flex off right now. Me and you, bruh. Oh, Jasmine Perry, you think I'm going to back down from a flex? I ain't going to back down from a flex. Not from you. Chris, what's up, then? What's up, then? Appreciate everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that's in here for real. I could go on all day talking to y'all. Love seeing all the support for real, though. Hey, guys, if you want to support even further, if you're looking for a kick-ass community, like-minded individuals, family-friendly atmosphere, everybody laser focused on one thing and one thing only: sports, sports betting, and winning. That's three things. I know I said one thing, but that's three things in one. If you're focused on that and you want to join on a community with other like-minded individuals, join the Dub Club. I mean, it's only $19.99 a month, $20 a month. I think it comes out to like 66, 67 cents per day. Dropped a link for you guys in the live chat if you want to join the Dub Club. Get your butts in there. They start you off on a 3-day free trial. And then from there, like I said, it's just 67 cents per day. You win one $10 two-pick power play, and the Dub Club is paid for the entire month. And you're free rolling, all right? Anything on top of that is icing on the cake. That's how I like to look at it. Win yourself one $10 two-pick power play, and Dub Club is paid for, all right? Matter of fact, let me see something. Who are my ride or dies? Who are my real ones in here? Who are my Dub Club members in here? If you're a Dub Club member, drop a DC in the live chat right now. Drop a DC in the live chat if you're part of the Dub Club. Come on now. Let me see the support. Okay. DC. If you a Dub Club member, put your hands up. If you a Dub Club member, put your hands up. If you're standing on business, put your hands up. If you're standing on business, put your hands up. All right, I see you guys. Way to represent, Dub Club. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at today's NBA slate. Got injury news. Obviously, NBA slate, you got to pay attention to the injury news because there's a lot that could happen throughout the day that could potentially shake up some things, like Joel Embiid. Questionable tonight with an illness. So I know a lot of people were thinking about, hey, we're going to take Joel Embiid over the assists versus the Boston Celtics, but he's got an illness, so he may not play tonight. We got to keep an eye on Joel Embiid's status. Luka Doncic, for personal reasons, has been ruled out. Ouch. No Luka tonight. Out due to personal reasons. Well, that hurts because I took a little nibble of Kyrie Irving under 27.5 points. Maybe I'm cooked now. Or maybe the Dallas Mavericks get blown out. I don't know. Without Luka, who knows what's going to happen. With Kyrie running the show, we'll just have to see. Devin Booker with an ankle issue is questionable. Victor Wembanyama to be determined. He was questionable heading into last night's game, but he did end up taking the floor for the San Antonio Spurs. Keep an eye on his status. Obviously, he would shake things up if he does not go. Jamal Murray, ankle, questionable. Aaron Gordon, heel, questionable. Paolo Banchero, ankle, probable. He was one of the picks that I liked from early on today. Some early value. I took the over at 20.5 points. Sent that one out to Dub Club members. So hopefully Dub Club members jumped on the over because I believe it is now at 21.5 points. Nick Batum, finger, probable to play for Philadelphia. And then you got Trey Murphy of the New Orleans Pelicans dealing with a knee. He plans to play. Oh, breaking news. Victor Wembanyama apparently is out, y'all. Wow. Well, there you go. No Victor Wembanyama tonight for the San Antonio Spurs. So all those Spurs players that play around or alongside Victor Wembanyama, their lines are about to get bumped up. Their lines are about to get bumped up. Now that Wemby's out, guys like Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sokan, etc., those guys, their lines are going to get bumped up. So if you moved quickly, you probably could have jumped on some good value there with Victor Wembanyama just now being ruled out. But keep an eye on the Denver Nuggets with Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray. Keep an eye on Devin Booker, and obviously keep an eye on Joel the Process Embiid. Those are your big pieces of injury news to keep your eyes peeled for. So we're going to try to build out a 6-pick flex play for Flex Friday. We're going to head on over here to PrizePicks. If you go under the promotions category, promotions tab on the PrizePicks app. If you guys have not opted in yet for Flex Friday, you want to make sure that you are opted in. So just head to the promotions tab, whether you're using the mobile app or whether you're using the desktop version, and go ahead and click opt in. Now that we're opted in, we could win or we can get our cash back up to $20. Gotta opt in. You gotta tap the check box in your entry builder and place the Flex Friday entry on Friday to qualify. Now, they just changed the Flex Friday rules not that long ago. Well, you can now include picks, props, and plays from games that don't take place on Friday. Before, they had a strict stipulation. The player had to be active and playing on Friday. No longer is that the case. You can pick players from Saturday, tomorrow. If you want to throw some college football in there, you can do that. If you want to take some NFL picks from Sunday into today's Flex Friday play, you can do that as well. So you're no longer restricted to just players in action on today's Friday slate of games, no matter what league you're thinking about. So that's kind of cool. Bake Dub says Embiid hasn't attended practice. Ooh, in 2 days? So we're thinking maybe Joel Embiid ends up sitting out tonight. Interesting turn of events. But yeah, taking a look at just some of the picks that I already put in earlier in the day. Like I said, Paolo Banchero over 20.5 points. I think that's been bumped up to 21.5. Scotty Barnes went from 7.5 rebounds up to 8. Kyrie, I don't know where Kyrie's at. Now that Luka's been ruled out, I mean, Kyrie probably went up to like 28 or something. Let's look. No, 28. 32.5 points. Ouch. Took the under at 27.5 because I thought Luka was playing. Damn. Well, at least I flexed it. That one's going to come back to bite me. That one's going to sting. I can tell. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And then obviously the picks from the earlier video in the day. Dennis Schroeder over 2.5 rebounds. No longer on the PrizePicks board. I believe that was pulled down. I think Randall got bumped from 13.5 up to 14 rebounds and assists. And we had Jalen Suggs going under 19.5 points and rebounds. And I believe that one also got bumped down to 18.5 points and rebounds. So, oh, Banchero's all the way up at 22 now. Sheesh. Not true, you can only do Friday plays. Cameron, that used to be the case. I'm pretty sure they changed that rule, my friend. I don't know if the last time you played Flex Friday, but now that they've got the upgraded Flex Friday, it's no longer just limited to players in action on Friday. I believe. I mean, did they change it again after they changed it? They changed it and did it. Are you saying they changed it again? Hell, man, y'all got me double freaking questioning myself. Let me go look. We'll go to the damn PrizePicks official page real quick and see what they're saying here. All right. You can include players in action on any day, not just today. Flame emoji. All right. All right. Y'all got me feeling crazy up here. I thought they changed it to where you can include players in action from any day, not just Friday. Cameron? You're fake news, brother. You're fake news. No, I'm just kidding. You ain't fake news. Maybe you're just misinformed. But yes, you can include players from any day. It doesn't have to be players that are playing today on Friday. It used to be that way, Cameron. So maybe you were under the assumption that the rules were the same as they used to be, but they have changed. When they upgraded it, they changed it. All right? So we're all on the same page here. You want college football from Saturday's games. You want NFL players from Sunday's games. You can include them now on your Flex Friday entry. Are we all clear on this? Are we all in agreement? Can I get an amen from the congregation? I know, Cameron. I know. Listen, I does this, bruh. Cameron, I'm in here. I'm in these PrizePicks streets. I've been in these PrizePicks streets 3 years strong and counting, brother. You ain't telling me nothing new. All right. We got the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer pulled up. We're going to be looking for some plus EV plays. Plus EV plays is the way that you should be playing your favorite picks, props, and projections on the PrizePicks board. If you're not using a plus EV tool like the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, well, damn, man, what are y'all doing with your lives, man? You really got to get on this Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. This is the tool right here that's influencing the way that PrizePicks bumps their lines up, bumps their lines down, takes their lines down completely at times from the PrizePicks board. It's this tool right here that's changing the game. That's why I continue to promote it, continue to recommend it. Because when you get plays that come up here to the top of the board, let's say Jaylen Brown under 5.5 rebounds, 54% chance to hit. Hey, there's a pretty good chance that Jaylen Brown's probably going to be bumped down to 5 rebounds at some point. All right. So that's why I keep recommending this tool. I've left a link down in the description. It's the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Let me put my refresher on here. I want this thing to refresh with all the latest lines automatically for me. Little extension here for the web browser that I'm using. But let's start looking at some of these plays, right? We got Jason Tatum under 3.5 3-point makes, 54.1% chance that he stays under. You got Jaylen Brown under 5.5 rebounds, one we just talked about. You got Jaren Jackson Jr. under 1.5 3-point makes. These are all plus EV plays, meaning this tool's going out, it's looking at all the sports books across the industry. It's taking a look at the way that these props are being bet on the sports books. Are they juiced up for the over? Are they juiced up for the under? We'll have to see. I mean, but in this case, for Jaylen Brown, he's being juiced under at 5.5 rebounds. So you're seeing like minus 139, minus 140 odds on some of these sports books, minus 130 on DraftKings, right? So you're getting true odds here from Daily Grind. They take out the VIG and they give us the true odds. Minus 137 that Jaylen Brown's going to go under 5.5 boards, which is almost about a 54% chance. Notice I didn't say a 100% chance. 100% means that there's no risk involved, right? That it's a guarantee, that it's a lock, as some of you kids like to say, right? That it's a lock. If it was a 100%, it would be a lock, right? But it's not that. It's 54%. Let's round up. Okay? So this tool, highly influential here. So let's take a look at Jaylen Brown. We know that the juice is coming in on the under for JB to pull in less than 5.5 rebounds. So now that we know that, we could go and compare maybe some projection models to Jaylen Brown's line of 5.5 boards. We're hoping that when we go check these projection models, that most of them, the majority of the projection models, are going to have him for 5 or less rebounds. That's what we're hoping for. So let's go do that. Taking a look here at Fantasy Labs. Let's refresh, make sure we have all the latest and greatest projections pulled into the Fantasy Labs tools. Now listen, Fantasy Labs, you have to pay for this, but because you and I are friends, my friends, I'm gonna let you in behind closed doors here on these Fantasy Labs projections. And looking at this first projection, Jaylen Brown versus the 76ers, his projected rebounds are currently at 5.8 according to the Fantasy Labs projection models, which is more than 5.5, which is going against the way that the juice is flowing on this pick. Now, I'm going to say this. You probably want to wait on this pick. You probably want to wait on a lot of the Boston Celtics picks, because if Joel Embiid gets ruled out, guys, this game's going to turn into a blowout. I mean, without Embiid, you're left with Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and a bunch of other decent role players, right? I don't think they're going to be able to hang with the Boston Celtics, even though the Celtics are supposed to be without Kristaps Porzingis. Okay? So you might want to pump the brakes. You might want to slow your roll just a little bit, taking too many players from the Philadelphia 76ers or the Boston Celtics until we get some clarification on Joel Embiid's status. Because like you just learned from me, I took the under on Kyrie at 27.5 points, assuming Luka was playing. Now Luka's not playing and Kyrie's at 32.5 points. Ouch. That hurts. That hurts right here. All right, so be careful locking in things a little bit too early, because it could come back to bite you. Anyway, the first projection for Jaylen Brown's rebounds are at 5.8. His line's 5.5. Taking a look here, this one is RotoWire. RotoWire's got some fantastic projections and tools. They actually just unveiled a new dashboard. So shout out to RotoWire making some innovations in this space. Taking a look at Jaylen Brown's rebounds over there on RotoWire, 5.5 projected boards on a line of 5.5. So I mean, for me, things are just a little too tight right now when you're comparing the projections to his line at 5.5 rebounds. I'm going to skip that. Plus, we have that pending Joel Embiid news looming over our heads. So I'm going to stay away from it for right now. We could come back to it maybe later in the night. Let's keep going and scrolling through here. And if you guys have any like hard-hitting, pressing questions, there's over 300 of you in here watching live right now. I can promise you, I'm not going to be able to get to every single person's question. But one way that you can stand out from the crowd, one way that you can guarantee yourself that your question is read, heard, and I'll do the research for you here in live time. Use the super chat functionality in the live chat window, okay? Leave a super chat for me. If you have a favorite pick, prop, or play, or one that you're on the fence about and you need a little bit of help navigating whether you should take over or under, more or less on it, leave a super chat. I'd be happy to help you out. And that'll be like a fast pass at Disneyland. It'll get you to the front of the line, I promise. All right? D'Angelo says that Devin Booker is out. Oh, shoot. Devin Booker is out for Phoenix. Well, there you go. I mean, the news is starting to kind of fall and kind of drop. You got Victor Wembanyama out. You've got Devin Booker out. We're still waiting on Joel Embiid to get ruled in or out, going up against Boston. Still waiting on Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon news for the Denver Nuggets. Those are going to be some big ones. So, whew, all right. Appreciate that. Thanks, D'Angelo, for letting us know about Devin Booker being ruled out. Go to the underdog optimizer? Nah, fam. I ain't gonna do it. We're talking PrizePicks today. Right now, you've got Jason Tatum under 37.5 points and rebounds. Again, you probably want to wait for the Joel Embiid news. Derek Lively of the Dallas Mavericks, he's at 11.5 rebounds and assists. We already talked about no Luka Doncic tonight, right? So maybe that opens up a couple of extra rebounds. Maybe that opens up an assist or two for Derek Lively. Let's take a look at this one. 53.2% chance that Lively's going to go over this line tonight, going up against the Memphis Grizzlies, who, not the best team in the world, right? Their front court, no Steven Adams this season. They've just not been the same. Xavier Tillman's not in there, right? I think it's just been Jaren Jackson Jr. pretty much holding down the fort at the 5 spot, 4 spot. Bismack Biyombo. We really worried about Bismack Biyombo. I think Derek Lively, the young spry rookie that he is, he could have a good game against Bismack Biyombo, right? So let's take a look at his rebounds and assists real quick. We will go to some projections. Derek Lively, wow, projected all the way down at 8.9 rebounds and assists. Well, that's discouraging. Dude's line is at 11.5, which would make you think 11 to 12 rebounds and assists would kind of be the outcome. But Fantasy Labs has them all the way down at 9 rebounds and assists. But this is why we look at multiple projection models and not just one. Let's see where he's at on RotoWire. RotoWire's got him at a little bit more of a healthier number here at 11.59. So we got one projected under. We got one slight projection for the over. Here's another site that you guys can use. This one's free. I know a lot of you have probably heard of it already. It's called Numberfire. Numberfire's got a host of different projection tools. For those who like free things, this is a good one. A good free site for you to check out. Let's pull up the calculator here because we're going to have to do some math. And math's just easier when you got a calculator. Am I right? Do y'all ever have to go through math class without a calculator? Okay, students. It's test time. Please put away your calculators. Don't have your phones out. Oh, man. We ain't in school no more. All right? Use your calculators. 9.3 projected rebounds and assists for Derek Lively going up against Memphis tonight. So I'm not loving these projections. There's a couple of projections that have Lively just going under 10 rebounds and assists. His line's all the way up at 11.5. So I'm cool with not taking Derek Lively. Now, if you want to take a shot on it, take a shot on it. You could do that. He is a 53.2% favorite to go over. But these models are not modeling for Derek Lively to go over. Who else we got on the board? Mitchell Robinson, 15.5 points and rebounds. Why wouldn't I take the under? You could take the under, but not on PrizePicks. I wouldn't take the under on PrizePicks. It's being juiced up for the over on PrizePicks at 11.5. If you want to take the under on Derek Lively at 11.5 rebounds and assists, don't do it on PrizePicks. Don't do it on Underdog. They're a fixed payout format daily fantasy site, meaning you do not get rewarded any extra points. You do not get rewarded any extra dollars for taking minus EV plays. Now, if you have access to a sports book and you want to go take Derek Lively under 11.5 rebounds and assists, I think you're getting plus odds, plus money on the under for Derek Lively. Yeah, plus 100 for the under at 11.5 on DraftKings, plus 100 at under 11.5 on BetMGM. So go take it on a site like that where you actually get paid more for taking on the risk of going under on a pick that's juiced up for the over, okay? You could also take advantage of Sleeper. Sleeper is another site that has a different payout format than PrizePicks and Underdog. They have like a multiplier. The multiplier gets higher for non-plus EV plays like Derek Lively under 11.5 rebounds and assists. Or if you have Hot Streak works the same tech for their lines trading, lines making. So do not take this pick, Derek Lively rebounds and assists under 11.5 on PrizePicks. Take it somewhere else where you actually get rewarded with a bigger payout. Okay? Sleeper, Hot Streak, sports books. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Did somebody say that where'd that message go? That Julius Randle is questionable? Did I just see Julius Randle is listed as questionable? Baked Dubs is saying Randle is questionable. Well, listen. If Randle doesn't play, our early pick for Julius Randle will just simply become a DNP. All right? Let me go back to the picks we made from this morning's early bird video. This Julius Randle over 13.5 rebounds and assists would just become a DNP. And then in this case, this 3-pick flex play in my case would then become a 2-pick. Jalen Suggs and Dennis Schroeder would then become a 2-pick. So it's not the end of the world, you know. It would just revert down from a 3-pick to a 2-pick. Or maybe you put these 3 in a 6-pick. Your 6-pick would become a 5-pick if Randle doesn't play tonight. All right? So we'll see what happens with Julius Randle. But if you guys made 2 picks, well, hey, your 2-pick would then get refunded, unfortunately, because we need Randle to play. You're not allowed to have a 1-pick entry on PrizePicks. They would refund you if Randle is out tonight. So hopefully Randle plays. Hopefully he's just, sandbagging. Hopefully he gives it a go tonight. Look at this one. Now that Devin Booker's been ruled out, I don't know that this play is still on the PrizePicks board. They move pretty quickly over on PrizePicks. We got Kevin Durant, points and rebounds, 36.5. Almost a 58% chance that KD is going to go over 36.5 points and rebounds. Now, the reason you're seeing this is such a top optimal play on the optimizer is because a lot of these sports books have already moved KD up to 38.5 points and rebounds. So PrizePicks is already taking Kevin Durant down, according to some of you fine folks in the live chat. That's cool. Maybe you could go find him on another app. You got to have a couple of different apps in your arsenal, all right? Because PrizePicks, if they snatch value down, well, maybe you could go find it on Underdog. Maybe you could go find it on some of these other sites. Now check this out. Check this out. We just talked about Julius Randle being questionable, right? Now look what's happening. Look what's happening. Jalen Brunson is now shooting to the top of the optimizer. A 61.2% chance that Jalen Brunson's going to go over 30.5 points and assists. What you're seeing here is the market reacting in real time to this news. If Julius Randle ends up getting ruled out, people are basically saying Jalen Brunson should eat then without Julius Randle, right? And so they're out there betting the over at 30.5 points and assists, hoping that Julius Randle's questionable status comes true and that he ends up sitting out. So they're capturing this value on Jalen Brunson at 30.5 points and assists before the line ends up taking off. Because you know how it goes. If Randall does end up getting ruled out, they'll pull all the Knicks off the board. PrizePicks will pull all the Knicks off the board, and then they'll bump them all up, and then they'll add them back to the board. So some folks are trying to jump on that value now that Julius Randle's been downgraded to questionable. Okay? Exactly. PrizePicks is refreshing the Knicks right now. Probably, just like I was saying. They're going to pull all the Knicks off the board. They're going to adjust the lines. They'll put them back on the board, especially once Randle gets ruled out. That's just the nature of the beast, guys. Playing on PrizePicks. It's the way that they handle their business on PrizePicks. 421 people in here, and we've only got 109 likes. Gang, gang, where y'all at, man? Run them likes up. There's 4 times as many people watching as we have likes. The math ain't mathin'. Come on. Show some support. Show some love. I've been making y'all bread. I've been putting out winning picks, 11-2 over the last few videos, 3 for 3 in yesterday's video. Show your boys some love. Hit the like button, man. Run them likes up. Hey, CJ McCollum right here. Rebounds and assists under 8.5, 53.37% chance that he goes under. The New Orleans Pelicans are probably about as healthy as they are right now as they've been all season long. You've had Trey Murphy out at various points in the season. CJ McCollum has sat out in different parts of the season, but he's back. He's been back for a couple of games now. So they expect Trey Murphy to play tonight for New Orleans. So right now the money's coming in on the under for CJ McCollum at 8.5 rebounds and assists. You got Zion healthy, Brandon Ingram healthy, Joe Val's going to be out there, Murphy's going to be in the mix. They got Najee Marshall. He's been in the rotation. So maybe taking the under on CJ McCollum at 8.5 rebounds and assists is not a bad look. I still think he's on a little bit of a minutes limit too, right? Like a restriction. Isn't McCollum's minutes kind of still being monitored? I don't know that he's getting a full run of minutes just yet. They haven't completely let him loose as far as I know. But let's take a peek real quick at CJ McCollum under 8.5 rebounds and assists. We're going to go run these projections up just like I do in my videos, y'all. This is just a live version of what I do on my videos. First projection for CJ McCollum's got him at 8.8 rebounds and assists. Now, this under might even be sweeter if New Orleans ends up blowing out San Antonio, which they should, right? No Victor Wembanyama for San Antonio. We already know that. So no Wemby. How in the world are the Spurs going to really compete with the New Orleans Pelicans tonight? Well, Wave Lord seems to know what's going to happen. He says that CJ McCollum is not going under. LMAO. He's so confident. He's cracking himself up. He's making himself laugh at the idea, the prospects of CJ McCollum going under 8.5 rebounds and assists. My man's got jokes. He's laughing all the way to the bank, apparently. He's going to take the under on CJ McCollum. No, he's going to take the over. No, he's going to take the over on CJ McCollum. Hey, if you know something, you know something, bruh. Wave Lord, do your thing, man. Take the over on McCollum. First projection, though, does have him going slightly over 8.5. So maybe Wave Lord's onto something here. He could be onto something. Nobody knows for sure what exactly is going to happen. Let's just be honest about it. Like, we're all guessing, right? If anybody tells you, hey, this is a lock, they don't know shit, man. They don't know what's a lock and what's not a lock. They're just good guessers. Maybe they're making a good guess. Maybe they're making a bad guess. There ain't nothing guaranteed, though. McCollum could go out there and roll his ankle and go under his 8.5 rebounds and assists real quick, right? There's a lot of different factors, but here's a second projection for you on McCollum. They got him at 11 rebounds and assists. So the juice is on the under for CJ McCollum at 8.5, but these projection models think McCollum's going to collect around 9 or more rebounds and assists. So for me, when it don't add up, I just walk away from it. I'll leave that one right there. It's not projecting well. No problem. There's lots of other picks, as you can see here on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Devin says, the picks that I posted in the Dub Club Discord, should we still take them with the bumps? Probably not. Probably not, especially if it's a full point bump. I don't take full point bumps. So let this kind of be the case for any of those types of questions in future videos. Should you take bumps? A lot of the times I would say no. I would advise you to not take any bumps, and especially if they're full point bumps. If they're half point bumps, all right. Like Scotty Barnes went from 7.5 rebounds to 8. Now, we wanted 8 rebounds out of Scotty Barnes when we took the over at 7.5 rebounds, right? We're hoping for at least 8 rebounds from Barnes. So take the over at 8, but realize this. There's a good chance that Scotty Barnes lands on exactly 8, and he might not get 9. And then in that case, you would tie or push. Your entry would revert from 6 picks to 5 picks, from 5 to 4, and et cetera, and et cetera. So should you take bumps? I don't take bumps a whole lot, no. JP, Jordan Poole going up against my Orlando Magic. We know that the Magic's defense is staunch, is stout. We got one of the best defensive teams in the NBA in Orlando. Now, this is a back-to-back. These teams have faced each other just one game ago. Jordan Poole's at 21.5 points and rebounds, a 53.6% chance that he stays under 21.5 tonight. So let's run some projections on Jordan Poole of the Washington Wizards and see what his chances are of actually staying under that line. Appreciate all the love and support as always, guys. Going the extra mile for you today on Flex Friday. We're going to try to build out a 6-pick flex entry to do 25 times our money. You can put up to 20 bucks on that, so you could turn 25 into 500. If we can find 6 good picks, then we might just go ahead and run a 6-pick. Here's what we're seeing on Jordan Poole. 21.8 projected points and rebounds. Now, that is slightly over 21.5, but it's not so far over 21.5 that I'm like, no, we can't play it. Like, it's close to 21.5, and I'm cool with that being right there at 21.8. All right, that's not a projection that's going to scare me away, in other words. Let's check out another projection. Jordan Poole's at 20.8 points and rebounds on RotoWire. So we're not seeing any outrageous projections for Poole going for like 23.5, 24, 25 points and rebounds, right? All the projections are right around 21.5 in this case. This one's below 21.5. So you could possibly consider taking the under on Jordan Poole. I think the unders for Jordan Poole have been working out more often than the overs have. Can anyone in here attest to that? Has Jordan Poole been paying off when you take his overs, or has he been selling you down the river without a paddle? Let me know. Jordan Poole's unders have been better than Jordan Poole's overs. Am I right on that, or am I alone? 20.7 points and rebounds is the projection for Poole over on Number Fire. So you got a couple of different projections saying JP going under 21.5 points and rebounds is a smooth move. So maybe we just do that. We make Poole the first play of our 6-pick. Where's he at? Where's he at? 20.5? Did they already bump this dude? Was he just at 21.5? Am I tripping? Or did they already bump him from 21.5 down to 20.5? I swear weren't we just talking about him at 21.5? They already bumped that? Yeah, they bumped it. Damn, man. See, this is why we can't have nice things. PrizePicks, y'all need to pick up a hobby, man. Y'all need to do something else with your time instead of bumping all these lines all the damn time. PrizePicks. Sheesh. All right, well, hey, Jordan Poole is what it is. He was at 21.5 points and rebounds. If you can get him at 21.5 on a different app, please go somewhere else and take this under 21.5 points and rebounds if you like it. But now that he's at 20.5, I don't think we want to touch it. That's a full point bump down. So I'm cool with leaving it alone, rather. We're going to leave that one alone. Anything else for Poole? Maybe there's an alternative Poole play out there that we can take an under on, because they wanted to bump the points and rebounds down. Is there anything else? Well, there's a lot of unders here actually for JP. You got him at 18.5 points, about a 52.3% chance that he goes under. You're already seeing the sports books move him down to 17.5 going up against Orlando tonight. Couple of books have already joined in on bumping Jordan Poole down from 18.5 to 17.5. So he's still at 18.5 on PrizePicks. So that could be for now, right? So that could be a line that we jump on the under for. Instead of 18.5, we take him down at 17.5. We take him under before he gets bumped down to 17.5. What y'all think? Should we pivot to that? He's projected for 19.3. That is over here on Fantasy Labs. RotoWire's got him at 17.3 points. So obviously that's less than 18.5. Numberfire's got him at 17.6. So again, less than 18.5. So 2 out of the 3 projection models, or the majority of the projection models, have him going under 18.5 tonight. I know, but this is the Orlando Magic, Nanu. This is the Orlando Magic, Nanu. This isn't just some pushover team full of scrubs. These are the Orlando Magic. Let me show y'all something real quick. We'll go to the shooting guard spot. Take a look at how many points per game that the Orlando Magic are giving up to opposing shooting guards. This is defense versus position. In this case, Jordan Poole is your shooting guard, right, for the Washington Wizards. Those of you who are still sleeping on the Magic, it's time to wake up. We got a squad, bruh. We got a squad in the Magic Kingdom, all right? 20.5 points per game allowed to shooting guards. 4th fewest points per game allowed to the position. And that's what Jordan Poole is, right? Shooting guard, we can all agree. Let's look at the last 7 games, though. Last 7 games, a more recent sample size, they're still giving up just 20.5 points per game to opposing shooting guards. So I'm just saying, Jordan Poole against the Magic, he's in for a tough night. We got dogs. We got Jalen Suggs. We got Anthony Black. We got Gary Harris. We got dogs in the backcourt that are going to hound Jordan Poole and make his life miserable. So I'm just saying that maybe the under on 18.5 points, not a terrible look. It's a plus EV play to go under. He's projecting under on a majority of the projection models that we looked at. I'll take it a step further for you guys, though. We'll also take a look at where he's at on PropStatCash. He's heating up over the last 5 games. He is heating up. He scored 19 the last time he played Orlando. But like I said in the Jalen Suggs pick from this morning's video, normally what happens in these back-to-back games, it's not just a copy-paste result. In other words, we shouldn't automatically assume that Paolo Banchero is going to go under 20.5 points again. We shouldn't automatically assume that Jalen Suggs is going to have another good game again. We shouldn't automatically assume that Jordan Poole is going to score 19 or more points again just because he did it in the last game. I'm just saying, usually there's adjustments made by both coaching staff, and they attack the game in a little bit of a different manner the second time around. They just played each other a couple days ago. So, yes, Jordan Poole has heated up. He's heated up. But he didn't blow away his points projection of 18.5 the last time he played Orlando. He only had 19. He went over by 1 point. So maybe they lock in and they shut Jordan Poole down. Maybe we see less than 19 points tonight. So y'all do what you want to do. You know, we're riding with the data. We're riding with the info, with the facts here. You see where Orlando ranks as far as a team. Points allowed to other opposing teams, just 108.1. That's the 5th best number. In other words, 5th fewest points allowed per game by Orlando. Their defense is legit. It's not going to be an easy night. If he gets 19 or more points, it's not going to come easy for Jordan Poole. All right. So, just throwing it out there. If it gets bumped down to, I don't know, 17.5, then maybe you take the over at 17.5. It very well could be one of those plays that gets bumped down from 18.5 down to 17.5. So keep your eye on it. Maybe it gets bumped down to 18 and you take the over on that. But for right now, I'm going to leave him in at an under at 18.5 points. Fade next. Fade next. Next pick, I'm fading. Okay. All right. Fade it then. All right. Do what you want to do. Kevin Durant is sitting up here at the top of the optimizer. Well, he was. I don't know where he just went. It refreshed and he's gone. He's gone. KD's gone now. We'll see if he comes back. Jalen Brunson, under 9.5 rebounds and assists. 53.4% chance that he goes under 9.5 rebounds and assists. I mean, maybe. I can't take any of the New York Knicks picks right now with confidence until we know Julius Randle's going to be playing or not. So I would leave the Knicks alone for right now. I would also wait to take any Boston Celtics because we're waiting for Joel Embiid news on the other side. Now, of course, PrizePicks is going to leave the Boston Celtics up on the board. It's like laying a trap, guys. They want you to just walk right into the trap, right? But we got to be a little bit smarter. We got to stay a step ahead of PrizePicks in this case. So let's wait. Let's temper our expectations of these Boston Celtics until we get confirmation. Is Embiid playing or not? We don't know yet. We're waiting. He's been sick, apparently. He's dealing with the cold that a lot of people are dealing with that's going across the nation right now. So I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I'm looking at the optimizer here. I'm looking at the board, and I'm just not seeing a lot of value. There's too much uncertainty right now. I want to put out some picks for you guys, but I'm just not seeing enough that I love right now. Desmond Bane under 5.5 rebounds going up against Dallas without Luka. 53% chance that he stays under 5.5 boards. Let's look at this one real quick, and then we'll get to a couple of your super chats. Appreciate those super chats, by the way. It goes a long way in helping the free content that you get on YouTube stay free, all right? So thank you for supporting free content through those super chats. Thank you for supporting the content as well. If you're a Dub Club member, I'm serious. It goes a long way in supporting everything that I do for you guys. Means a lot to me, for real, for real. Appreciate the support. But let's look at Bane. Under 6 rebounds is what we're hoping for when we go check some projections for Desmond Bane. Bane unders have been really good to me too. I mean, every time I take the over, the guy seems to go under. So I've lost pretty much all confidence and faith in Desmond Bane at this point. Him and Jordan Poole have been guys that I think we've had to slowly start to lower our expectations for. I thought Desmond Bane was going to feast each and every night without Ja Morant. Hasn't really been the case. Bane's been struggling. 5.3 projected rebounds against Dallas. So 5.3, less than 5.5. I'm cool with that projection. It's got him closer to 5 boards than 6 boards. We're hoping for 5 or less. Here's a projection of 5.1 on Bane. Again, down closer to 5 than 6. That's where we want to be. Checking a third projection for him. This is Number Fire. Number Fire's got him all the way up at 5.4, but 5.4 is less than 5.5, and 5.4 is closer to 5 than 6. So we got 3 projections that have him down around 5 versus up around 6. So I'm cool with taking Desmond Bane under 5.5 rebounds. It is a plus EV play. We do have support from various projection models. And so we've got 2 picks on the board right now. I don't know how you say your name. Is it Jaya? Jaya says, thanks for your work. Jaya, thanks for your support. Goes both ways. You give love, I give love. So I appreciate you. So there's what we got so far. I know some of y'all are saying, leave Poole alone. It's going to be a pool party tonight. Bring your bathing suits, bring your towels. Pool party in Orlando. I don't know. I'm going to ride with my boys. Call me biased, but hey, I think Orlando gets in them cheeks tonight and keeps Jordan Poole under 19 points. That's what I'm hoping for. And then we got Bane under 5.5 boards. So both of these are projecting well. Both of these are plus EV plays. Y'all can take them. Y'all cannot take them. No, we ain't pausing. Ain't no pause. It's full play. Full play around here. Matter of fact, not only is it play, it's play at 2x playback speed. No pause. We ain't pausing. What else we got? Let's refresh this optimizer, y'all. We're digging. We got 2 picks. We're looking for 4 more. We need 4 solids. Super chats. That's right. I got some super chats to attend to. Let me holler at these super chats real quick. First one. Contavious, appreciate the super chat. Contavious has Jalen Suggs for first half fantasy points. This game could potentially be a blowout, Contavious, so I like the mindset. I like the thought process behind going first half only, as Orlando, I think, is about a 10-point favorite or so against the Washington Wizards tonight. Matter of fact, let me refresh this. Let's take a look at how the line movement has gone here in this game, the money line between Washington and Orlando. All right, the totals for both teams haven't really changed a whole lot, just a 0.2 point difference. The spread is 11 points favoring Orlando in this case. You've seen just a little bit of a drop off from where the line opened at 238 combined points down to just 237.5. So only a 0.5 point difference. That's not major at all. And then you can kind of see this little chart, the movement here at the end over here on this right-hand side. It's been pretty much flat, right? You haven't seen a lot of spikes. In other words, the total going up. You haven't seen a lot of dips. In other words, the total going down. It's been pretty smooth sailing, steady across the board. So, not a lot has changed here. So it's an 11-point spread. So going first half only, because you think Orlando's going to blow out Washington, that's not a bad idea, bro. Contavious, you're on to something there. I think that is a smart move in games where there's potential blowout risk, where you have a wide margin of victory predicted. In other words, Orlando's expected to win by 11 or more points. Taking a first half only play is not a bad move. So you're wanting to go fantasy score on Suggs. And again, I like fantasy score for Suggs because Suggs is a ball hawk, man. He's a ball hawk, not hog, H-O-G, hawk, like the bird of prey, H-A-W-K, meaning he gets his hands on the basketball. He's got sticky fingers, all right? Steals, especially, very good at finding the basketball, got a nose for the ball. He can block a shot, not really a big shot blocker, but he's more active on the defensive end when it comes to getting those steals. So he had 15.4 first half fantasy one game ago against the Washington Wizards. A game prior to that, 15.9 against Charlotte. Now he struggled a little bit, 3 against Boston, 3 against Denver. He did go under in those two games. 17.2 though against Toronto back on November 21st. So I don't mind it. I think Washington, as far as how many fantasy points allowed per game to shooting guards, I think they give up quite a few, right? Let me just double check. Let's do the discount double check. 40 fantasy points per game to opposing shooting guards over the last 7 games. So you kind of take a look at where that puts them. I mean, they're like right in the middle of the pack over the last 7 games. They're not a tough team, but they're also not a pushover. So shooting guards against Washington over the last 7 games haven't really feasted, so to speak. But it hasn't been famine either, okay? Kind of a middling average team. So that's where Washington ranks over the last 7 games. So anyway, is it a plus matchup? Is it a minus matchup? It's just kind of a neutral matchup, an average matchup. But I don't hate it, man. I don't hate you going with Jalen Suggs for more on the first half fantasy score. Like I said, he just has a nose for the basketball, and we got a couple of guys in that backcourt, namely Jordan Poole, who like to turn that thing over. And so maybe Jalen Suggs finds himself with a steal or 2 in the first half. And that would go a long way to push him over his first half fantasy score. So this could be one to look at for sure. Now, we don't really have first half fantasy score projections, but here's what I like to do. I like to go to a fantasy score projection model. In this case, I'm going to head over to Fantasy Labs and make sure if you're using fantasy score projection models that you're using FanDuel projections. FanDuel scoring and PrizePicks fantasy scoring are exactly the same. They're one and the same. It's a 1-to-1, apples to apples, exactly the same type of projections. So some of y'all didn't know that. Some of y'all might have been using DraftKings projections for NBA fantasy score on PrizePicks. If you're doing that, you might have been losing some money, all right? Make sure you're using FanDuel for NBA, DraftKings for NFL. DraftKings is close to what PrizePicks is for NFL, all right? So FanDuel, use FanDuel. So now that we know that it's FanDuel we should be using, taking a look at his full game projection. It's 28.92. So what I like to do is I take the full game projection, 28.92 in this case, and I like to divide it by 2. And when we divide it by 2, we get a 14.46 fantasy score projection. 14.46 fantasy score per half. We'll call it, I'm looking at Poole, my bad. We ain't talking about Poole, we're talking about Suggs. Suggs is at 31.1. 31.1 divided by 2. There we go. 15.55. 15.55 fantasy score per half, roughly. Again, it's not an exact science, but it's about as close or as good as we can do right now. 15.55 fantasy score per half for Suggs is kind of his projection according to Fantasy Labs. So you're getting him at 14. If it blows out, maybe he sees a few less minutes in the second half, but in the first half, as long as he doesn't get in foul trouble or something stupid happens, I mean, he should do pretty well with 14 fantasy scores. So you can include that. I don't hate it. You can include that. Good pick, Contavious. I think you're onto something there. What do you guys think? You rocking with Contavious on the over for Jalen Suggs, first half fantasy score at 14? Let me know in the chat. Appreciate all the likes. 203 likes on this thing. Woo-wee! Over 500 people watching. I think this is the most. I think we just set a record today. You and me set a record today. This is the most people that I've had tune into the live stream ever. 500 plus people on a live stream. Most ever. So, hey. Clap it up, man. We're making history today, y'all. Appreciate all the love. Thanks for showing up, showing out. Contavious, though, I like it. I like Suggs over the first half fantasy score. Another super chat that we had here from our guy, Everyday Fantasy. He's got Jakob Poeltl of the Toronto Raptors going over 0.5 free throw make. So he's got to make one free throw. He's also got Tyus Jones of the Washington Wizards making one free throw. And he's got Pascal Siakam of the Toronto Raptors going over 5.5 defensive rebounds. So we've got 3 different picks here. And it just so happens that we're looking for 3 additional picks to round out this 6-pick protected play for Flex Friday. So maybe we can take some of these. Let's look at Poeltl for a free throw. Let's look at Jones for a free throw going up against Orlando. And let's look at Siakam for 5.5 defensive rebounds. Not the regular rebound line. Defensive rebounds only in this case for Pascal Siakam. So we're going more, and more, right? Cool. I think we got those all in there. All right. So starting things off here with Jakob Poeltl. There's a few sites that I've found, just a few, that actually offer a free throw make projection. RotoWire is one of the few. They've got him projected at 1.02 free throw makes. So they have him sinking one free throw against the New York Knicks tonight. So that's a good first step. Good start, right? Poeltl over a free throw make, 0.5 free throw makes. Taking a look here. Now, NumberFire is another site that has free throw projections, but I'm going to show y'all something, because if you look at this NumberFire projection page right here, you're going to see a lot of different projections, but you're not going to see free throw makes on here. It's because it's hidden. It's actually in a different screen. So pay attention here. So once you pull up the NBA projections for the day, if you're looking for stuff like free throw make projections, 3-point make, or 3-point attempt projections, field goal attempt projections, they're all hiding here. What you have to do is click on the player, in this case, Jakob Poeltl. It'll open up this page. It'll open up like his player page, his player profile here on NumberFire. Once this is up, scroll down. Scroll down. You're going to go to this game log section right here. See that? And then under that, you see upcoming projections. He's taking on the New York Knicks tonight, 12-1-23. And then you go over to this column right here, free throw makes dash attempts, FTM-A, right? And then under that, you see a projection of 1.6 free throw makes and 2.7 free throw attempts. So they have him going over a 0.5 free throw make today. Now, LineStar, I believe, also has free throw make projections. Let me just refresh LineStar. LineStar is another cool tool if you're looking for more tools in your toolkit. There's plenty of them out there, folks. You've seen me use quite a few of them in my content, but that's how you get results. They've got them projected for 0.6 free throw makes on LineStar. So that's 3 different projection models, 3 different sites. They all have him going for more than 0.5 free throw makes. So I'm going to leave him in there. We'll leave Jakob Poeltl in there for over 0.5 free throw makes. So let's rinse and repeat and do the same thing that we just did, but for Tyus Jones this time. Tyus Jones, we need 1 free throw make out of Tyus Jones today. So back to RotoWire we go. Tyus Jones free throw makes 0.88. Not quite as high as Jakob Poeltl, who was at 1 point whatever. But still closer to 1 free throw make than none. So good first projection on Tyus Jones. We're going to go back here to Number Fire and look at Tyus Jones there. Again, you have to click on the player that you're looking for, and then Tyus Jones's player profile page will open up, and you just get your scroll on just a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. And when you scroll down here, he's projected for 1.1 free throw makes on 1.4 free throw attempts. So they have him going over as well. And then we'll head back to LineStar for a third and final projection on Tyus Jones. And they've got Tyus at 0.6 free throw makes, which isn't a huge difference versus the 0.5 line, but it is higher than 0.5. So 3 out of 3 sites agree that Tyus Jones is going to sink at least one free throw tonight going up against Orlando, which brings us to the third and final pick. This was the third one left to us by Everyday Fantasy and the big $10 super chat. I appreciate you for that, Mr. Everyday Fantasy. Pascal Siakam at 5.5 defensive rebounds. Not total rebounds, just defensive rebounds. Something kind of new that PrizePicks did for this NBA season. You can take just the defensive rebounds if you want. You don't have to take all the rebounds. And so he's going up against Mitchell Robinson, maybe Julius Randle. If Randle's out, I mean, Siakam should have a easier path to securing 6 boards, right? Defensive boards. Wouldn't you agree if there is no Randle, then Siakam should do better on the glass than he would if Randle was in there? And Randle is currently questionable for those of y'all who are just joining. Apparently there's some news that Randle may not play tonight. Okay. So Siakam's at 5.5 defensive boards. Here's a cool thing that you can do with PropStatCash. We're going to go use PropStatCash for this one. Punch in Pascal Siakam's name in the search bar. Click his name. Go over to the rebound section. And when you do that, you scroll down just a little bit. Just a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. See all these different modules, right? All these different modules and information at your fingertips thanks to PropStatCash. Well, you got this one right here. DREB, defensive rebounds. Now he's averaging exactly 5.5 defensive rebounds per game. Consistency-wise, it's been a little up or down for him. A lot of hooks in here is what I'm seeing. So just taking a look at like the last 5 games, he's gone over 5.5 defensive rebounds in 1, 2, 3 out of his last 5 games. 7 against the Pacers, 8 here, and then 6 against Phoenix in his last game. Had some games in there, 3 and 4 against Cleveland. So it's kind of been, it's been up or down. You can see a lot of games where he had just 5 rebounds, so he got hooked on some of those. So I think for me, I'm waiting on the Julius Randle news before I jump. But if Randle is ruled out, I like Pascal Siakam's rebounds to go up or over in this case. Let me see if I have any projections here for Siakam and the defensive rebounds. So this is total rebounds. I don't see... here. This, no, actually, yes, this does have defensive rebounds. Okay, cool. RotoWire's fantastic, man. I just can't say enough about RotoWire. They have a projection for Pascal Siakam's defensive rebounds, 6.4. So the line's 5.5. His projection is 6.4 defensive rebounds on RotoWire. Not too many places you can find a defensive rebound projection where they actually separate the defensive rebounds and the offensive rebounds. But RotoWire, in this case, is one of the sites that does. So projection, 6.4 defensive rebounds. The line is 5.5. So for me, I'm going to wait. I'll leave the other 2 guys in there for a free throw make. Those are going to be sweaty, guys, by the way. These are either going to hit really quick for you or they're probably not going to hit at all. It's like boom or bust. A lot of the times these guys either have 1 free throw make or none. That's what you're getting yourself into when you take a free throw make prop. Just preparing you. It's kind of like a block, steal type of prop or a turnover type of prop. Wildly unpredictable a lot of the times. Wildly unpredictable. There's a lot of things that are more predictable like points and rebounds. Free throw makes is wildly unpredictable. So just know what you're getting yourself into. Cool. Let's see. Buddha left a super chat or a sticker, but I don't see a comment attached to it at all, or a pick or a play or anything attached to it. So we'll skip that. Buddha, thank you though, by the way. Appreciate you. 240 plus likes. Woo! Woo! Can I get a Ric Flair? Woo! Appreciate y'all, man. Smoking. Thank you. Thank you for all the support. Caitlin Clark points at 29.5. Forgive me. All right. I'm going to sound like a total noob here. Who the hell is Caitlin Clark? And I mean no disrespect to Caitlin Clark, her friends or family. I just don't know who she is, man. I'm under a rock, apparently. Who is Caitlin Clark? She the truth? 29.5 points. She must be the truth. She's the Steph Curry of women's college basketball. That's right, Rich. Admittedly, I don't know who Caitlin Clark is, brother. She cold. Austin says she's cold. Go watch her. Ooh. All right. Caitlin Clark's the truth. So what are we saying? We like Caitlin Clark. Who left that, by the way? My bad. I didn't catch your name. Somebody liked Caitlin Clark over points. Where the hell they got what women's college basketball on the board? Is it up here or is it just under CBB? Isn't it usually WCBB? Where's it at? I don't see it. I do mess with some WNBA. So once she makes it to the WNBA, she'll probably be on my radar. But am I watching women's college basketball? I'll be honest with you, I'm not. I'm really not, guys. So I apologize. But go ahead. Flame my ass. Roast me. It's under special. Oh, wow. Jeez. They couldn't even give us a women's college basketball like category. They had to put it under the specials. I don't see it under here, man. Where are y'all seeing points? Ah, damn. Okay. So she's the only women's college basketball prop that they have on the board. Is that what's going on? Interesting. We need to watch her highlights right now. I mean, I could. I don't want to make everybody sit through that. We won't watch the highlights together. I'll do that on my own time. How about that? So she plays tomorrow. So this is not going to be one of those picks that is in play tonight. She plays tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Caitlin Clark. Do I have projections for women's fantasy women's basketball, college basketball? Do I have that? Let me see. I got a lot. RotoWire's got a lot. Let me see if they have women's college basketball projections. Let's go to more. I don't think I have one, bro. Bros. Hey, bros. I don't think I have one. Sports betting. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? Maybe she's on the optimizer. Let's try that. Is Caitlin on the optimizer? Nothing for Clark. No Clarks. Well, damn. We're just going off of her just being the truth, I guess, huh? Y'all saying she's cold. Y'all saying she's the truth. I'd like to find a little bit more information on the young lady and form my own opinion, but I can't find anything. See? And y'all want me to watch women's college basketball or bet on it? I can't even find nothing about it. Got all these damn sports. Ain't none of them college basketball, women's college basketball. They got WNBA. All right. Hey, I'm gonna trust y'all though. We'll throw it in there. Y'all want to throw it in there? Mix it up. Shit. Caitlin Clark's going for 30, apparently. She's going for 30. JoJo says, don't pick her up. You're saying don't put her in here with the boys? You don't want to include her with the boys? Damn. Oh, you want to keep it on like just games today? You're saying just make it like a Friday entry, even though we can put Saturday players and there's Sunday players in here. You're saying you don't want to do that. Well, don't do that. She's playing tomorrow. I hear you. You think she's going to get bumped up to 30? 30.5? Is there a chance that she gets bumped up? Are people just like sleeping on this? I mean, it is kind of hard to find this pick. It's under the specials tab and it's under points. I mean, she's just chilling. All right. Caesar says he doesn't know who Clark is either. Listen. We got NFL and NBA going on right now. I'm not paying attention to women's college basketball like that, but I appreciate y'all putting me on game, man. Hey, I'm always down to learn something new. I'm going to check out some Caitlin Clark highlights as soon as I'm done helping you guys. She's the next Sabrina. Wow. Okay. Bet. I'm going to check her out. So she might be the next big thing in the WNBA then, huh? Do you think is she like a one and done? Can you do that? Can you play like 1 year of college basketball and go straight to the WNBA? How does that work? I don't even know how the rules work. Does she got to play 2 seasons and then she can go pro, or? I'll leave her in there for right now. I mean, shit, I'll rock with it. You guys are gassing her up like she's really that girl. She's the John Cena of college basketball. So she cannot be seen. She can't be seen. Don Juan says, don't do it. She never hits on the spreads. Oh, Lord Jesus. We got her game won't translate in the WNBA. Wow. Okay. Damn. Just got to write a 4-page essay. She's going to shoot from the 4-point line. She's only hit 30 points in 3 out of 8 games this year. Oh, that's a pretty poor hit rate. I don't know about the matchup. Who's this? Bowling Green she's going against? Who's BG? Back to the NBA. You're right. Sorry. I'll watch her highlights later. Sorry. You're right. Back to the NBA. It was fun. We flirted with it for a minute. Let me stay in my lane. Let me stay in my lane, y'all. Got me out here contemplating Caitlin Clark. I don't even know who she is. Does she respect coin? It don't sound like it. 3 out of 8 times she's hit 30 or more points. That ain't a good hit rate. Dante coming through. He's got a couple of different plays. Tyus over assists, Pirtle over rebounds, and Kyrie Irving under on points. Whew. All right. A couple of different ones. Let's look at these on the optimizer first. Tyus Jones, assists. We got Tyus Jones in there right now for a free throw make, but I'd be happy to swap him out for maybe more than 4.5 assists if it all checks out accordingly. Tyus Jones, 4.5 assists, 52.7% chance that he's going to have 5 or more dimes today. All right. So far, that's looking good, brother. Dante. Let's look at the projections real quick, though. Let me refresh. We might have some new projections that have come into this projection model on Fantasy Labs. Let's keep it fresh, keep it funky. First projection is 4.4. The line's 4.5. We wish that projection was like 5.4. We wish it was a little bit higher than 4.5, right? Damn, are we going to hit 14,000 subscribers by the end of the day? That's crazy. Are we really going to hit 14,000 subs by the end of the day? If you're not subscribed yet, man, help me get there. If you're watching me for the first time, help me get there to 14,000 by the end of the day. That would be huge, y'all. If you got a friend, a family member, somebody you love, you know, you care about, share the live stream with them, share the channel with them, and maybe we can get up to 14,000 subs by the end of business today. Tyus Jones, 4.5 assists, projections about 4.8, so a little bit higher than 4 or 5, close to 5. Not quite there yet, but real close to 5. And then we got Tyus Jones all the way up at 5.8 assists. This is number fire coming through with this projection for Jones. Let me ask you guys in the chat. Help me make this decision. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Show of hands. Tyus Jones for 1 free throw make or Tyus Jones for 5 assists? Which would you rather? If you were going to go Tyus Jones, you taking Tyus Jones to make 1 free throw, or you taking Tyus Jones to have 5 assists? Talk to me. Talk to me, my people. What we doing? Neither. Skittle says neither. Snot says fade both. Wave Lord wants to fade both. Fade, fade, fade. Damn. Y'all are fading everything. Boom, 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 boom. I just fade away. All right. We'll fade then. We'll fade both. Tyus Jones gives you acid reflux. Well, that's not good. That's not good. What are we still okay with Jordan Poole under 18.5 points? Or y'all want to fade that one too? Because somebody just said fade Washington players. Damn. Fade. I think too much. When ain't nobody watching, I just fade away. All right, how about Jakob Poeltl rebounds? Poeltl rebounds versus Poeltl free throw makes. Let's look at the rebounds real quick for this big motherfucker. He's at 8.5 boards going up against the New York Knicks. So obviously Mitchell Robinson, potentially Julius Randle. I'm not sure if Randle's going to be in there or not. He is questionable. I, again, like the Pascal Siakam rebound prop. Would like it more if Randle was not in there. I would like it better if Randle did not play. So he's questionable right now. We're not sure if Randle's playing or not. Poeltl at 8.5 boards, though. Let's go put him into the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer and see if it's a plus EV play or not. 8.5 rebounds, 51.7% chance that he's going to go over. You actually got him up at 9.5 rebounds on some of these sports books, but plus odds at 9.5, meaning a lot of people are betting the under at 9.5 boards, but betting the over at 8.5 on certain sites. Like DraftKings, he's a minus 140 to go over 8.5 boards, but FanDuel, he's only a minus 114. Bet Online, he's only a minus 114. So you're kind of getting some mixed messages here for Jakob Poeltl at 8.5 rebounds. So 51.7% chance that he's going to go over. It's not the most EV play on the board, right? As far as chance to hit, could be higher, could be better. First projections got him at 8.3. Not what you want to see. If you're thinking about taking the over, you want to see a bigger projection than that. 8.6, better, but still not a big projection for Poeltl and his boards tonight. This last one, though, is a lot more healthy. 9.4 rebounds on number fire. So, for me, I think I'm going to leave that one alone. I think I'd rather take him for a free throw make than a rebound prop, personally speaking. Dante's also got Kyrie Irving under on points. Now, Irving has seen his points shoot up because Luka Doncic is out tonight. So Irving started out at 27.5 points. I liked it under when Luka Doncic was going to be playing, but now Luka's not playing. So I'm left holding bag here. Kyrie Irving has now been bumped up from 27.5 up to 32.5 points, my friends. He's going up against Memphis tonight. Will it be a blowout? Let me take a look at something. This game has had some line movement. It's gone down, trending downward. So you look at the game total. It started out at 230.5, 230.5 points between these two teams. It's now at 226 points. So it has dropped by 4.5 points. Game total has dipped quite a bit. Now, it started out as a 9.5 point spread. Now it's down to a 6.5 point spread. It was Memphis favored by 9.5. No, that don't seem right. How was Memphis favored by 9.5? And now it's a 6.5 point spread for Dallas. And Dallas is going to be without Luka. What the hell? That don't seem right. How is Memphis the favorite over anybody, let alone the Dallas Mavericks? Huh. Y'all might want to double check that. That just seems kind of funky to me. But anyway, you kind of see that this game is trending downward. So think about this, all right? Let's have a top-down approach or a thought process. Top being the money line, right? The total of the game. Now, player props are simply a derivative of the game total, right? Everything that goes into a player prop, it derives from the money line. Now we're starting to see like the total of this game come down. It's come down, like I said, by 4.5 points. So some of these lines should then also come down with it. Some of these player prop lines should be lower because the game total is lower, right? Less points, less rebounds, less assists, less of everything. So you're seeing this game kind of trend downward. So I don't hate the thought process of maybe taking the under on Kyrie Irving under 32.5 points. Let's just run Kyrie through the optimizer real quick. Kyrie at 32.5 points is a plus EV play to stay under 33 tonight. 51.2% chance that he stays under. You're seeing him at FanDuel, 31.5 on FanDuel. So FanDuel's already taken the first step in lowering Kyrie Irving's line down from 32.5 to 31.5. So maybe the lines makers over at FanDuel know something that we don't. Maybe you're going to see these other sports books follow suit and follow in the footsteps of FanDuel and take the 32.5 and move it down to 31.5 and get in line with the FanDuel lines makers. You might see that. So you could potentially get in early here on the under at 32.5 before it gets bumped down to 31.5. So Dante, I don't hate it. I don't hate where your head's at with this one. Let's take a look at some projections for Kyrie Irving. Going to be playing without Luka. No Luka tonight. Kyrie, 28.3 projected points going up against Memphis. 28.3 on a line of 32.5. That is quite a big difference, folks. Taking a look at a second projection. This one's going to be brought to you by RotoWire. RotoWire's got him all the way down at 27.7 points. Yes, these projection models are updated. Yes, they have taken into account that Luka's not playing tonight. Before you ask, yes, it already does that for you. That's what's great about using projection models. It already factors in which players are going to be in, which players are going to be out, so you don't have to worry about any of that. The projection models reflect Luka's not playing tonight. So they've got Kyrie all the way down at 27.7 points. Third projection for Kyrie's 28.7 points. So a lot of projections coming in on Kyrie. I could see him sliding down from 32.5 down to 31.5. I think I'm going to get in there. I think I'm going to get in there under 32.5. I see this trending downward. The game totals are trending downward like we talked about, right? Vegas has already moved this game total down from 230.5 down to 226. So they're expecting a lower scoring game now that Luka's been ruled out. You're starting to see FanDuel already jumping in, taking the under on Kyrie Irving. They bumped him down from 32.5 down to 31.5. And you're seeing 3 different reputable, solid projection models for Kyrie Irving for less than 30 points. None of the projections had him even going for 30 tonight. So I don't mind it. I'm going to go under on Kyrie Irving. I think I like that one, Dante. Here's what we got so far. We got Poole under 18.5 going against Orlando. Some of y'all didn't like that. Some of y'all were like looking at the last 5 game logs and thinking Jordan Poole's going to pop off again. He's going to go for 19 or more. That's cool. Don't take it. I'm going to be a Magic homer. I'm going to be a little biased on this one, and I'm going to say that the Orlando Magic are going to lock up Jordan Poole tonight. Okay? That's just my pick. It projects well. It is a plus EV play, as all my picks are. Desmond Bane under 5.5 rebounds. Again, this game total sliding downward, so I don't mind taking the under on Desmond Bane at 5.5 boards. Suggs, he's a first half only play for more than 14 fantasy score. I think it's a fine play. I'm just going to leave him out. I don't like mixing my first halves with my full games. I'm weird like that. Is anybody else weird like that? I don't know. I'm going to leave him out. So we need one more, or sorry, 2 more picks. I thought we had 5. I thought Kyrie. All right, we need 2 more picks. We got Pirtle for a free throw make, and we got Kyrie under 32.5. I really think this one's going to be trending to getting the bump down to 31.5 before long. All right. So there you go, Dante. Wait on the Raptors over rebounds until you get some Julius Randle news. And if you could be quick, as soon as Randle gets ruled out, you take the over on maybe some of these Raptor rebounds, and then you're good to go. Let's see. Whew, new subs coming in. 13,845 subs now. Appreciate that. So we got 2 more that we need. I'm not going to go Joel Embiid anything yet. You do. Wants to get Joel Embiid over 6 assists. We're not sure if he's playing, though. He's questionable. We don't want to throw Embiid in there, and then he gets ruled out, and then all of a sudden our 6th pick becomes a 5 pick. That's all I'm saying. I'm waiting on it. You do. I'm waiting on it. But we do need 2 more. 2 more. Why are a lot of y'all are like leaving these long messages, and I guess the bot doesn't like when you leave a very long message. The bot doesn't like when you type in all caps. So if you see your message getting deleted in the chat, it's because you're doing probably one of those 2 things. You're leaving like a really long paragraph message, or you're leaving like an all caps message. So Carlos, Julius Randle's questionable, so we're chilling. We're pumping the brakes on all New York Knicks right now. We're pumping the brakes on all like Raptors rebounds and stuff until we get some Julius Randle news. We're not sure if he's going to be in or out tonight. Wembanyama's been ruled out. Keldon Johnson probable to play. Julius Randle knee questionable to play, so we're waiting on that. Joel Embiid, illness, questionable to play. We're waiting on that. We're waiting on Aaron Gordon, who's questionable. Jamal Murray, who's questionable. So there's some things that are kind of jamming us up right now. So we're holding off. I'm holding off. I don't want to take any 76ers or Celtics props until we know if Joel Embiid's playing or not. They're going to need Embiid in there in order for this game to be competitive. And if Embiid's not in there, then the Celtics are probably going to blow out the 76ers. And I don't think I want to take too many overs from a game that could turn into a blowout. So, all right, what else? Anything new popping up on the optimizer? Anything new? New. That new. Man, a lot of Celtics. What about Jokic, man? Mr. Solid, Jokic at 12.5 rebounds. Whether Aaron Gordon or Jamal Murray plays tonight, I don't think that really impacts Jokic's ability to rebound the basketball. He's at 12.5. 12.5 rebounds for Joker. So 13 or more is what we want to see on these projections. And he's going up against the Phoenix Suns. Oh, no. Damn it. I just remembered. He's going up against Yusuf Nurkic, guys. What's his rebounds and assists tonight? 22.5. All right. I gotta show y'all something. Nurkic and Jokic. There's a history here. Let me pull it up. Oh, I can't see my keyboard. All right. Let's see. Rebounds. Why it's not doing what I want it to do? Rebounds plus. There we go. Now we're getting it. All right. For those of you guys who like head-to-head historical matchups here, Check out Nikola Jokic versus Jusuf Nurkic over the course of their careers, right? What is Nurkic's line today? Or Jokic's line today? Jokic's rebounds and assists line. 22.5, right? 22.5. He's only went over 22.5 rebounds and assists against Jusuf Nurkic once in his career. One time. And it was all the way back April 9th of 2018. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 games in a row that Nikola Jokic has gone under 22.5 rebounds and assists versus Jusuf Nurkic. Is this something or is this nothing? Is this a thing, guys? Let me know. Is it a thing? Is it a thing or is it nothing? I mean, it looks like something to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 games we're looking at here. 22 times these guys have met. In the last 22 times that they've met, he's only gone over against Jusuf Nurkic for 23 or more rebounds and assists one time out of 22 times. Tyrone says it's a thing. The Jokic stopper? Not a stopper, but maybe a Jokic slower. Slows him down a little bit. Do we ride with this 17-game hit streak? I store these little nuggets in my head, these little matchups like Jokic versus Nurkic for times like these, and then I pull them out and blow your minds. But the dude's only gone over one time in 22 times that he's played Jusuf Nurkic. They were once teammates in Denver. And then they drafted Jokic and they kind of kicked Nurkic to the curb, right? Sent him out to Portland. The neutralizer. Jusuf, the neutralizer Nurkic. I like that. But interesting, right? Interesting that that Jokic does not perform up to par when he goes up against Nurkic. So I'm just throwing it out there. This one looks interesting to me. I think I'm going to throw him in there. Why not? I mean, dudes went under in 17 straight games against Nurk. It's worth a shot. I think it's worth a shot. Let's see what he's projected for, though. 21.4. So that's got him going under 23, right? 23 or more rebounds and assists, and we're in trouble, but he's projected for 21.4 against the Suns. Second projection for Jokic, 21.7. That's going to be another under. Let's see. Number 5, third projection, they've got him at 12.9 or 8 rebounds plus a 9.8 assists. They got him at 22.6, which is still less than 23. The line's 22.5, so it's like really close to what the line is. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm rolling the dice on it. Are you rolling the dice on it with me? Let me know in the chat. Are you taking the risk, taking the gamble? Jokic going under 23 rebounds and assists against Jusuf Nurkic. Kiana says, let's go. John says he's with it. You can't under Jokic? What else do you need to see, Skittles? He's projecting under on 2 out of 3 models. He's gone under against Nurkic 17 straight games. It's only gone over once in the last 22 head-to-head matchups. I'm letting it rip, Damian. Damn right. We letting it rip. 17 straight with less than 23 rebounds and assists. Let's roll with it, man. It's times like these that I'm glad I got a good memory and I can like whip this pick out of my butt. All right, we got to get one more. I'm gonna get one more in there. We could go 5 pick. I'm cool with it, but I'd like to go 6. Yeah, it's a protected play too. Even better, right? This is going to be a protected risk-free entry for 20 bucks. It's a Flex Friday protected play. All right. If it flops, damn, I'll get my money back tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, 6 picks. We need one more pick. You right. Preston, you right. We ain't stopping at 5. We got to get that 6th one. Can I look at Banchero for what? He's already been bumped up to the high heavens as points anyway, Banchero. Yeah. The list is here, buddy. It's Poole under 18.5 points. Now, there was debate on this. There was some debate in chat. Some of the chat members did not like Jordan Poole for the under at 18.5 points. They think he's going to cook against one of the best defensive teams in basketball, the Orlando Magic. That's fine. Maybe he does cook. They looked at his last 5, I'm sure, and got a little bit scared when they saw 30, 24, 26. But then you got to factor in who he's playing against, all right? He had 19 against Orlando in the last game, but I don't know if he's going to have 19 or more again. Nobody knows for sure, but, I'm going to take my chances here. I think Orlando locks him up, does a better job tonight. Bane under 5.5 boards. Pirtle for a free throw make. I'm okay with this. Maybe he gets to the line at least once. Mitchell Robinson can be a fouler at times. Mitchell Robinson known to get into some foul trouble, right? Those of y'all who know ball know Mitchell Robinson sometimes can't keep his hands to himself. And Jakob Poeltl does get some touches. Poeltl will get in there, put his hard hat on, and battle for rebounds and potentially get fouled on an offensive rebound putback opportunity. I'm just saying. We know Mitchell Robinson's got the slapsies. Sometimes he's got a case of the slapsies. So I don't mind that. Irving, 32.5. We're already seeing sports books putting him at 31.5. FanDuel's the first one to do it. I think this will get down to 31.5 on all sports books at some point. And then Jokic, I just illustrated for you guys why I'm taking Jokic. He's projected to go under on a majority of the projection models, and the man has only hit 1 time against Jusuf Nurkic in head-to-head matchups in the last 22 times they've met. He's only gone over once, and that was in 2018. A lot of y'all weren't even legal back in 2018. Some of you young bucks out there know what I'm talking about. 2018, y'all were still in school. The world was a different place back in 2018, okay? A lot has changed over the last few years. But yeah, I'm going to go Jokic under 22.5 rebounds and assists. 15 years old. Look at you, Preston. Became a full-grown man since that time. Son, I hardly recognize you. For the last few years, you've sprouted hair on your face. Your voice got deeper, Preston. It's good to see you blossom to a fine young man. All right, we need one more pick, man. At least one more. Listen, Chris, I looked at it, man. We looked at Lively for more than his rebounds and assists, and it wasn't checking out on the projections, brother. So I left it alone. He was projected to go for like less than 10 rebounds and assists on a couple of different models. So I'm leaving it alone. Not taking it. I'm not pausing. You guys, I don't pause. There's no pause here. Denny and Tatum for over on assists. All right, let's look at both of those because we're still on the hunt for at least one more pick to close this sucker out, right? At least one more. We need at least one more to round this out and go for 6. Denny Adia. Is that how you say it? Adia? Something like that. He's at 3.5 assists. We want to see if this is a plus EV play. So, of course, we're going to use the optimizer provided by Daily Grind Fantasy. If you guys want to get your hands on this optimizer, check out the link down in the description below. Use my code Curry. Sign up for it. But, yes, Dante coming back with another strong option right here. We got Denny at a 53.7% chance of going over 3.5 assists today against Orlando. So it is a plus EV play. It is by far and away the most optimal prop that you could take for Denny out of all of them, by far. 53.7% chance that he has at least 4 assists tonight. So let's look at this one. We'll put this one under the projection microscope, so to speak. 3.5 projected assists against Orlando. Nothing for him here on RotoWire. Let me refresh. Maybe they've added this. Boom, they have. He's at 3.4 projected assists on RotoWire. Not quite high like I wanted him to be. And he's only at 3 assists on number fires. So, it is a plus EV play. You could take it for that reason alone. If you don't think that these projection models are worth a crap, then just go with the plus EV side of things and forget the projections altogether. You could do that, Dante. Now, Tatum over assists, as I mentioned before, we're waiting on Joel Embiid news. Embiid, questionable due to illness. I'm not so quick to pull the trigger on any of these Boston Celtics players until we get some Embiid news. Tatum right now is about a 51 to 52% optimal play to go over 4.5 assists. If he gets 5 or more dimes, 5 or more, you get paid. But the prospects of him doing that right now are not very high. 51% is not great. It's a little better than a coin flip. Could get better, though, if the Embiid news comes out. Right now, he's projected for about 4 assists going up against Philadelphia, which, again, puts him under 4.5, right? We're looking for, more than 4.5 on these projections, and we're just not seeing it. Here's another projection for him at 3.9 assists. So, Dante, I'm off of that one. I'm not going there. We're still on the hunt, man. Still on the hunt. We need at least one more pick. King Boog says the process wasn't at shoot around. Well, that's not a good sign, typically. Not a good sign. Omar says, trust me, bro. Trust me. Denny, points and rebounds. Do we trust Omar? Do we trust Omar, guys? He's liking Denny, points and rebounds. Do we trust Omar? He's spamming the hell out of Denny, points and rebounds. Let's look at it, though. 18.4 projected points and rebounds. Omar says, trust me, man. He must be related. He must be kin to Denny. He knows Denny's going to try and get his rocks off tonight against Orlando or something. You related to Denny? Adia? He's projected for 16 points and rebounds over on Fantasy Labs. So 1 projection over, 1 projection under. Taking a look here at where he's at on the optimizer. Not a plus EV play really at all. I mean, it's like an EV neutral play. Expected value, it's not really popping off. I mean, it's like 50% coin flip. Might as well flip a coin, bro. Might as well flip a coin. I have not thought about college football. Not even a little bit, McCoy, to be honest with you. Bo Nix and Tez are definitely cashing today. What are they cashing, though? Got to be a little more specific. Be more specific. Guys, you got to chill with the spam, bro. Got to chill with the spam or else this bot's going to put y'all in timeout. I'm telling you. If you don't stop spamming, it's going to put you in timeout. The bot will do it. I see you. I see you. You're liking Kuzma under PRA. Let's look at it. Kuzma under points, rebounds, and assists. Obviously, going up against Orlando. He's a slight EV play to go over points, rebounds, and assists. Slight over at 33.5 PRA. You're wanting to go under on Kuzma's PRA? Why that? Why that, though? Don't just spam. Tell us why. Tell us why. The people want to know why. Come at them with some information, some evidence, some facts, some information, anything. I mean, he's projected for 35 PRA over here on RotoWire as well. So, I mean, we could probably do better. We could probably do better than that. We're already taking Poole to go under points. Like, somebody's going to have to score some buckets for Washington. I don't know who it's going to be. Shit, we don't know nothing. We're guessing. Dwayne, the 5 picks that we're sitting on are the following. Joker under 22.5 rebounds and assists. Kyrie under 32.5 points. Jakob Poeltl over 0.5 free throw makes. Desmond Bane under 5.5 rebounds. And Jordan Poole under 18.5 points. Less, and less. We got 4 less plays. 4 less plays. Don't pair 2 Washington players. I only got 1 Washington player. You can't pair 2 players from the same team anyway if you're talking about doing a power play. Franz under points. You know, that is kind of interesting, low-key. Because everybody's on Banchero, right? It seems like. Banchero's been bumped from 20.5 all the way up to 22. Seems like everybody's on the Banchero train. If Banchero's eating, maybe Franz Wagner isn't. If we're all expecting a bounce back game for Banchero, maybe that comes at Franz Wagner's expense, right? I mean, I took the under on Suggs points and rebounds, and that's been bumped down from 19.5 to 18.5. Banchero's on your ban list? Maybe you should take the under then. Because I'm assuming he's on your ban list because you took him over and he's let you down in the past, right? Now that he's all the way up at 25 points, though, maybe you take, or 22 points, maybe you take the under. 50.5% chance that Banchero goes under. But what about Franz? The other half of the dynamic duo for the Orlando Magic. Franz. His points, 50.4% chance that he's going to go under 23.5 points. So it's, I mean, as far as like plus EV, not really. The points and rebounds a little bit better as far as an EV value, 51.1% chance. If you're wanting to go under on Franz Wagner, then this could be the way to go. You could also go, for those who thought Kyle Kuzma was a good underplay, Franz and Kyle Kuzma for both of them combined for less than 46.5 points. You could go that route as well. EV on Bane's rebounds, I think it was like 53%, 52.8%. Bane's been a little seller. He's been a little seller feller this season, though. So I don't mind taking the under on the boards. Cool with that. 52 point whatever percent. Look at this one. This one's just like popped up at the top of the optimizer here. Are we starting to see this bubble up because, I don't know, is it going to be a blowout? Is it Julius Randle going to be playing? Or, I mean, maybe we should just snipe this Brunson value real quick and call it a day. Where is he at? His rebounds and assists, 9.5. Like, maybe we just snipe this value going up against Toronto before it gets bumped, because it's going to get bumped. Like, any minute now, it will get bumped. Watch. 9.5 rebounds and assists, though, for Jalen Brunson. It's going to get bumped. Watch. Where's his rebounds and assist projection? 9.2. I'm going to do it. If I'm not too late, I'm going to do it. Flex Friday promo, 20. I'm just going to snipe this and throw it in there. And let the chips fall where the chips may fall. But 55% chance that Brunson's going to go under 9.5 rebounds and assists. 55.1%. That'll get bumped down to 9, like in the next 5 minutes or less. It'll be 9 rebounds and assists. It'll be 9 rebounds and assists in just a minute. Watch. But yeah, he's projected for 9.2 is Brunson. 9.9 over here on RotoWire. Where's he at? 9.7. So, I mean, projections are a little dicey on him. But I have a 55% chance for him to hit. I'm going to just ride with the EV on this. Here's a projection of 9.3. They have him going under 9.5 rebounds and assists. He's going up against Toronto, guys. I mean, there's going to be a lot of big bodies out there for both sides, really. Mitchell Robinson, potentially Julius Randle, Siakam, Pirtle, Barnes, Anunoby. I mean, he's going to have to compete with some monsters out there. I mean, unless he drops 10 dimes tonight. Well, he doesn't need 10. He'll probably get a couple boards and like he could get, 6 or 7 assists. But I'm just gonna snipe this value. You saw me take it. I already took it. It's in there. I ain't gonna back away. I ain't gonna refund. I'm gonna stand on it. It's a $20 protected play for today's Flex Friday. Let me hide my camera for a quick sec so y'all can see everything. That's what we got. Poole under 18.5 points. Bane under 5.5 rebounds. Pirtle for a free throw. Let's hope Mitchell Robinson's in the mood to slap some people tonight. He gets into some foul trouble. And Jakob Pirtle finds himself at the free throw line. Kyrie Irving under 32.5 points. We talked about that one. It's at 31.5 on FanDuel. I really think, based on these projections, that you're going to see this line start to slide down a little bit, maybe to 31.5 by the time the game starts at 7:40 p.m. Eastern time. Nikola Jokic, for those of y'all that missed this little nugget for this Denver Nugget, Jokic has gone under 22.5 rebounds and assists against Jusuf Nurkic in 21 out of 22 games head-to-head. And he's currently on a 17-game under hit streak at 22.5 rebounds and assists. So I'm rolling the dice on it. I know it's Jokic. Never feels comfortable to do that. But damn it, I'm riding with the trends here. I'm riding with Jusuf the neutralizer Nurkic to neutralize Joker in the rebound and assist department tonight. I hope he does. I hope he does. Okay? So that's why we chose that one. And it's projecting under. Just saying. And then the last one, Jalen Brunson, we just sniped some value right quick. Jokic can have a triple-double. His line's 22.5. He can have a triple-double. He can have 12 rebounds and 10 assists. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with 12 rebounds and 10 assists. 22 rebounds and assists is less than 23. As long as he doesn't get 23. Get your triple-double, big fella. Just stay under that 22.5 number. All right? But yeah, that's what we got. That's the protected play. $20 in. If we go 6 for 6, 500 out. 500 out. You say that, Strafe. You say 3-pick flex is crazy, but check this out. I took the under on Kyrie before the Luka news. I took the under on Kyrie at 27.5 points before the Luka news. And now I'm thankful. I'm very thankful that I flexed this thing. Very thankful that I flexed it because Kyrie's at 32.5 points now. So when you lock in early, 3:51 a.m. to be exact, 3:51 a.m. this morning. When you lock in early, you might want to play a flex entry. You might want to insure yourself by playing a flex pick at 3:51 in the morning Eastern time. Because now I'm left holding the bag on Kyrie at under 27.5 points. So, I hear you. But I also understood that there was risk of potential news coming out. I also understood that things could change throughout the day. So yeah, I flexed it. And then this was obviously the one from our video today. Suggs, Randle, Schroeder. And now look, I mean, Randle's a potential DNP. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. So if Randle DNPs, we got ourselves a 2-pick power play of Suggs and Schroeder. Randle's questionable now all of a sudden. So I like a little bit of protection. I like to wrap it up. I like a safety net just in case some news happens that doesn't go my way. When I'm locking in entries at 2 and 3 a.m. in the morning, I never had Suggs over anything. You misread it. It was always Suggs under 19.5 points and rebounds. But it was Suggs over 14 first half fantasy score. Should we go over on Kyrie at 32.5? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take the over at 32.5. I'm taking the under. He wasn't even projected for 30 points on any of these sites. What other questions do you guys have, man? Don P sent a super chat. Did I miss it? Damn, Don P. My bad. What it was. Oh, Tobias Harris over 8.5 rebounds and assists. My fault, Don. I got you. Thank you. Good call out. I'm glad I caught that. With all the damn spammers, with all the people spamming these picks that are going to just chalk. Y'all spamming these chalky ass picks. We almost lost Don P in that super chat, but we didn't lose him. And I ain't leaving until we address Don P's super chat accordingly. So he's got Tobias Harris at 8.5 rebounds and assists. Again, waiting on the Embiid news. I can't, repeat myself enough. Waiting on Joel Embiid's status. I will not take this until I know if Joel Embiid is in and or out. The last game that Joel Embiid played or didn't play, the last game that he sat out was against New Orleans. Tobias only had 6 rebounds and assists. Tough matchup against the Pelicans. Another tough matchup tonight against Boston. So he actually went under his rebounds and assists in that matchup against New Orleans without Embiid. Okay. Now, one thing you could do, one way you could leverage props.cash to help you with your player prop research is you can go ahead and type in Tobias Harris's name. You can swing over to the rebounds and assists tab. And then you could go down here and you could find Joel Embiid and you could click on games without Joel Embiid, games in which Tobias Harris has played without Embiid. You could even go games without Kelly Oubre, just to filter it even more. Games without Daniel House if you want to. Games, I think Nick Batum's going to play, so we'll leave him there. There you go. You got one game in the game log essentially now. There's only one game, very small sample size, but again, he went under 8.5 rebounds and assists versus New Orleans. Only had 6 RA in that game against the Pels. Now, the Pelicans defensively, very tough team. Boston defensively, also a very tough team. They rank 10th in rebounds allowed, meaning they're not giving up very many rebounds to opposing teams. They rank 3rd in assists allowed, meaning there's only 2 teams in the league giving up fewer assists per game than the Boston Celtics are. So, Tobias is 0 for 1 with Embiid, Oubre, and House out of the lineup. Only 6 rebounds and assists in that game versus the Pelicans. Again, small sample, but at least it's one game that you can kind of reflect on and see how things are looking. Now, taking a look here. Tobias Harris, his rebounds and assists are a plus EV play at this moment, 3:03 p.m. Eastern time. About a 52.3% chance that he goes over with 8.5 rebounds and assists. All right, so you need 9 or more. So let's go run some projections for Tobias Harris real quick from my guy Don P. 8.7 rebounds and assists is the first projection. Now, I want to point this out to you. You see these sports books? You'll have the minus 125 betting favorite to go over 8.5, but you'll also have minus odds for him to go under. That's not usually a good thing. DraftKings is a minus 105 to go under. FanDuel, minus 106 to go under. Now, he is a plus 100 over on BetMGM. But anytime you see the minus on the under at 8.5, there's probably some sharp money coming in. People taking the under on Tobias Harris based on what he did in that last game without Embiid. So just kind of something to keep a look at when you're looking at sportsbooks odds on the overs and unders. Here's a projection for Tobias Harris, 9.38 rebounds and assists versus Boston. we'll get you a third projection. 6.6 boards plus 3.2 assists. Mental math here, folks. 9.8. So a lot of the projections on Tobias Harris are really close to this 8.5 number. Really close. I mean, too close. But again, for me, I'm going to wait. I think waiting on the Embiid news is probably good news. It's probably the best thing to do. Yeah, I agree, Roy. There's been plenty of times where Tobias Harris has just sold the bag, right? Let's take this Embiid filter off. Here are the 3 games that Tobias Harris has played with Embiid. These are games without Oubre, without Daniel House. 3 games in this case. 11 against OKC, then 5 and 6 against LA and New Orleans. So, just be careful. The Juice says they just bumped down Kyrie PRA to 45.5. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you guys, is that this game, I was trying to make that point to you guys earlier. This Memphis-Dallas game, you see the trends over here on the right-hand side. Can I like highlight this so you see it over here? See, I have it like highlighted in blue over here. You see how this game, these lines are like trending downward. It hit a little spike around 5 o'clock yesterday, but then it's been on a downward trajectory ever since then. It's been trending downward this whole time. So the movement on this game is starting to go whew, down, down, down. How do these sites make projections? A lot of different things go into the projections. So they look at, obviously, the game totals, how many points are expected to be scored between the 2 teams. They look at the spread. In other words, how many points one team's expected to beat the other one by. They look at the pace that both teams play with. You'll have some matchups where a team is a paced up team, and then you'll have some teams that play at a slower pace. And so they'll try to adjust accordingly, like what might happen when a high-paced team meets a low-paced team. Maybe it's kind of something in the middle. Or maybe the low-paced team ends up playing up to the high-paced team's pace. But anyway, the projection models will look at pace. They'll also look at the referees that are officiating the game, because certain refs call fouls more often than other refs do. So they'll look at referees and officials. They'll look at individual player matchups and see how each team matches up with one another. So they'll basically kind of predict, okay, this should be the starting lineup for this team. This should be the starting lineup for that team. Here's how they kind of match up. They'll obviously look at the individual players' statistical categories, points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, their field goal percentages, free throw percentages, etc. All that stuff is taken into account. Projection models take into account way more things than you could ever take into account for, which is why I like using them, because there's a lot of information baked into those projections that I would probably otherwise overlook myself if I was trying to look at every little detail, go line by line and try to like account for everything. I would miss some things. So that's what goes into the projection models. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. Gives you a clearer understanding why projection models should be a part of your player prop research process. Good projection models though, like Fantasy Labs, like RotoWire, like NumberFire, like LineStar. Good projection models. Not just any projection models, but use good projection models, all right? Yeah, Discord link to everything is in the description. I think you could also get to the Discord by using the Dub Club link that I just dropped. Marcus Holloway wants to know, what is the best free projection model? There is a number of free projection models out there. Here's a couple of them for you. NumberFire would probably be my number one. Why NumberFire? Because they give you fantasy score projections, FanDuel projections. You want to use FanDuel projections for NBA on PrizePicks. So they give you fantasy projections, and they give you single stat projections, and they give you even more projections if you click on a player's profile and scroll down and look under game logs and upcoming projections. You'll get even more projections there. So Numberfire is a really good one. Probably the number one free projection model site out there. I would say Numberfire. You just have to have a Google account, Gmail account. Another one that you could look at is Betting Pros. Betting Pros, they have some free stuff that you can access, like their prop cheat sheet, which will give you a lot of different projections for free for the NBA. Now their site just broke when I clicked on something. Let me see if I could get it to come back up. Where'd it go? I don't know. Maybe they're updating something. Anyway, normally their site's pretty good. That's kind of embarrassing, huh? Betting Pros. Another one is Pine. Pine Sports, I think is the name of it. Let me go find it. There you go. Yeah, Pine Sports. I think they're free too. And I believe Pine Sports has free projections. I think you have to create an account with them. But not only do they have projections, they publish articles and stuff like that on there too. But Pine's pretty cool. Pine's kind of like a, I don't know, like a weaker version of Props.cash if I had to like put it bluntly. It's kind of like Props.cash, but not as good in my opinion. So those are three options for you as far as free projection models go. But yeah, by the way, I'm waiting on Tobias Harris. Like I said, I'm waiting for Embiid news, so I'm not taking Tobias Harris. Here's what we came up with though, for those that might have missed it. LineMate. All right, never heard of LineMate. Everyday Fantasy swears by LineMate. And of course, guys, those of you who are in Dub Club, I will be posting some more picks throughout the day as we get closer to tip-off. As news starts to come out, I'll obviously be posting more picks. That's what you're there for, right? For me to do some more research, for me to post some hopefully some winning picks. So I'll be posting those for the Dub Club members as well. So I appreciate everybody, man. Over 300 likes on this live stream. I think it was a success. These are the 6 picks that we came up with. Let's see how it plays out tonight, folks. Let's see how it goes. Take your screenshots. Screenshot it if you want to screenshot it. Go ahead. But this is what I'm running for my 6-pick protected play on PrizePicks. Cool? Cool. All right, we in there. With that being said, I'll see you Dub Club members inside of Discord and in Dub Club. Link to Dub Club was just dropped in the live chat. If you want to join the Dub Club, please do so. 67 cents per day or $20 a month, however you want to look at it. Very affordable, very affordable. All right. We will catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.